Coming up on The Wrap, I'm joined by Bryan Habana to discuss the weekend's action in the Rugby Championship, including Quade Cooper's unprecedented return and the game-winning kick at the death. We answer the all-important question on everyone's mind: who are the top 5 wingers in the world right now?
Dude, you slotted a 50-metre drop kick.
And I explain what the World 12s is all about. And in Challenge Ugo this week, well, it's can I guess what's in the box? Right, let's head down south now to the Rugby Championship in New Zealand. Well, there doesn't look like any team can stop them at the moment. They were fearsome at the weekend, set the tone right from the restart, kicked the ball to Argentina's talisman, Pablo Matera, and folded him up like a deck chair for all of the points that New Zealand scored, 39 to be precise. Not conceding one is probably a bigger statement of intent. They are saying, come and get us if you can. The big story from the weekend was Australia taking on South Africa. South Africa, a load of wind in their sails, fantastic on that Lions tour. But Finn Russell showed that you can get at them if you play a bit. And is there anyone better to do that than Quade Cooper? But it wasn't about his dancing feet, it was about his kicking off the tee. A man who you could make a film over. International wilderness for 4 years. He played in the 2nd division of Australian footy. Went off to Japan. He became a viral sensation with his NFL skills, all of that. But it was his focus, his persistence, the determination that allowed Australia to be able to overcome the might of South Africa, who were very good, scoring 3 tries, just not enough. Australia, it's felt like a long time coming, but set piece tick, defence tick. Beat the world champions, Lions series champions, tick. Now they have the W that they've been searching for weeks. World 12s was announced last week, and this is most definitely stage 1 of what could be a really exciting prospect. Well, I guess the clue's in the name. It is 12-a-side rugby. That's a brand new concept. There's 2 auctions. One, a franchise auction, 8 teams that are going to play in it, and then there's going to be a player auction, just like the IPL that we've seen in cricket over the last few years, where players from around the world get to be coached by the very best coaches. Imagine having your own franchise to select the world's best 12s team to take place in this tournament. I've had a go, stuck my coach's hat on, and this is what it looks like. My pack is going to consist of Maka Vunipola alongside Cody Taylor and Tongan Thor, Taniela Tupou, Ebenezer alongside Mario Tojan. In the back row, someone that can play 6, 7 and 8 and beats defenders for fun, Hamish Watson. Halfbacks, Aaron Smith alongside the Magic Man, Finn Russell. Semi Randrandra, how about this? Sneaking him on, representing the Tier 2 nations, one of the best players in the world, with Lucanio Am. And then for a little bit of razzle and dazzle, footwork, pace and ability, I've gone for Cheslin Colby and Anthony Watson. So that's my team. Who would make it into your dream team? So from the World 12s to one of the world's best players to have ever graced the field, Bryan Habana, friend of the show. I'm going to give him a call to chat about the Rugby Championship and what was a fascinating weekend. Bryan, as ever, great to have you back on The Wrap. What a phenomenal game at the weekend. What a phenomenal story for Quade Cooper. What's your reaction to that game and that result?
Yeah, it was obviously gutted from a Springbok perspective. I think, there are a lot of opportunities left out there. I think, from the tee, I think there's 10 or so points that was up for grabs. And you sort of feel the pressure on Damien Willemse, that last, potential match-winning opportunity. I think, Sia and the boys will definitely be disappointed, and like I said, as a South African supporter, absolutely gutted. But having sort of been with Quade at Toulon and sort of seen his journey over the last couple of years, the fight that he's had. But I think for any professional athlete to see that journey, and it was the tenacity, the resilience that Quade's sort of gone through over the course of the last 4 years to get to that point. As a rugby player and as an athlete, you have to respect that. Happy for him, gutted for the Springboks, and hopefully they can bounce back going into this weekend.
Certainly does, especially with the World Cup on the horizon. We're getting ever closer to that as well. Well, it feels like the centres become a quite congested area. Not just centres want to apply their trade, but greedy, glory-hunting wingers fancy having a go there. We've seen Rika Ioane, we've seen Elliot Daly move from full-back to centres, George North, another one too. So is there a winger out there who's currently doing their thing on the international circuit who you think could potentially just get a little bit closer to the ball and have a devastating impact at centre as well.
I think you've named him right there. Rieko Ioane has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm not quite sure if you've seen the clip, but I think he clocked 38.5 kilometers an hour. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow.
I think I got about 37.8 in my prime. And you and I both know to clock 38.5 kilometers an hour, offensive backtracking is just, you know, he shows his pace, but he's got the offload ability, you know, not quite Sunny Bull, but it's definitely there, you know, physically ominous and threatening, and defensively has improved dramatically over the course, and he's allowed to play with freedom, but he then brings that skill set together in such a classy way. And easy one for me. He's done it, and he showed it on the world stage, and can only potentially get better.
You can spot a decent winger when you see them. You've been a Lion Series winner, a World Cup winner, World Player of the Year. So my question to you is, who do you think are the top 5 best wingers in the world right now?
In the world right now, so I mean, I definitely put Cheslin Kolbe up there as
Yes.
number one. I think without a doubt, you know, the X factor that he brings. I think he only weighs just under 80 kgs, but I don't think you or I know you had some dazzling skills with a drop goal in formal clothes, but I mean, slotting a drop goal over from 50 meters in a top 14 final.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to him. He's like, oh no, he just wanted to get position on or get territory on the other side of the field. I'm like, dude, you slotted a 50-meter drop kick in 14 final. That is not just trying to create territory. So Cheslin's definitely up there. I think for me, I'm gonna go for Makazole Mapimpi. I think just because he does have 16 tries and 18 test appearances or something like that, which is, you know, on the international stage, really something. And then a guy who I thought was really unlucky to not make the Lions squad, Johnny May, I think was really unfortunate. Josh Adams, you know, the number of tries he scored at this Lions tour and has been scoring, you know, since the World Cup in 2019 is phenomenal. Yeah, Sevu Reece, I think for me, from a New Zealand perspective, just in terms of his playmaking ability, is someone that I really think, you know, again, it's easy to show prominence when you're in a well-oiled machine that's winning, but still to do it in such a way that, you know, you scoring tries and making an impact. So, yeah, 2 Northern Hemisphere side players from this 5. So hopefully I don't get taken out because there's just Southern Hemisphere players, because I've tried to even the balance.
There's Bryan Habana's top 5 wingers in the world. Let us know what you think. Who else are you going to add to that list? For now, Bryan, as ever, so good to talk to you. Look after yourself and hopefully chat again soon.
Can't wait to see those dancing shoes on your feet, Hugs. That's soon.
Cheers, pal. So, on to Challenge Ugo, where we're going to play a game called What's in the Box. Rest assured, I've never played this game before. Probably won't ever after. This is the box. These are my utensils. And in there is my first clue. Ooh, what in the... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's a croissant. It's a croissant, isn't it? Okay, so last one's a croissant. I'm pretty sure on that. Next clue. Okay, this is a beach ball. Can I be vague? It's a ball. Okay, I'm not 100% sure the last one was a beach ball or a ball. This is a cup. This is a cup. It's a trophy at least. Okay, if the last one's a trophy and all of these tie together. Aha, that's a matchstick. Match, singular, it's a match. Last one. I know what this is. If they're all tied together, the first one was a croissant, which is commonly eaten everywhere around the world, but tied into France. The second one I thought was a ball. I'm now thinking it's a globe, as in the world. We've got France, World Cup, match, ball. So it's the Rugby World Cup match ball. Very pleased with that. There you are, and in Challenge Ugo, we have it. The Rugby World Cup match ball for 2023. There it is, beautiful. Two years out from the World Cup, we've seen the very best of the Northern Hemisphere. Now currently seeing the very best from the Southern Hemisphere. It's getting exciting. And the ball looks half decent too.